As a copywriter, what do you stand to earn? Let's talk about fees, let's talk about growth, let's talk about, where and whether it's worth your time. Right now, written sales letters, I haven't seen work come up for written sales letters in some time. Personally, I've not had anyone approach me for it. I know it's there, but typically people who are asking for written sales letters are usually going to be either selling such a low ticket product that they're not going to be able to afford to pay a lot. But I would say right now, as a good copywriter, as a certified copywriter from us, and the way you get that certification, by the way, is we have to see you create sample copy. I personally review and I score ruthlessly. If it's a C or a D, it's a C or a D. If it's an A, it's an A. But you can easily charge $1,000 to $2,000 for a great written sales copy. This is when you're beginning, you're just starting, okay? That should be no shocker to any client. And now, how long is it? That makes a huge impact too. I'm talking about simple. If you were selling like a low ticket, like a tripwire copy could be sold for easily $1,000 or $2,000 by a good copywriter. Great ones won't even talk to you for less than 10. Okay, so that's kind of like you're going towards 10. Now again, if you say I'm selling a $47, 22-page, sales copy that I need, you might be they're going to charge you 15 to 20, right? And your starting range maybe 3 to 4. But if you really want to hit the market where it's hurting right now, it's VSLs and webinars. Okay, I have called every single one. Before I agreed to do the copywriting workshop, I soaked the market for people. I called every friend I know, every marketer I know. I went to Upwork, I went to Freelancer, I went to Elance, I went to Guru, all these places for years. And I searched and I searched and I searched, and I could not find a single person that matched that criteria. So here's the conversation when I call my friends, okay? I'll call them and say, hey, Matt, how are you? Oh, Anik, I haven't heard from you in so long. Yeah, great. Hey, Matt, I was wondering, do you know any great copywriters? I'm really looking to get a VSL done, man. It's an urgent project, and I've got a budget. I'd be willing to pay good money, but I really want someone really good that you believe in. And Matt's gonna come back and say, oh, dude, no, but hey, if you find someone, can you let me know? Because I've really got some great stuff too that I need done. Over and over and over. Fred's smiling because if I called Fred, that's the answer you'd give me back too, right? Fred is here for a very sneaky reason, by the way. If you guys haven't picked up on it yet, yeah, if someone is looking to get some work, I'm pointing you in that direction. Jimmy was supposed to be here, and he told me he wasn't being sneaky about it. He said, I'm going to come there and grab your #1 student. He got like vindictive about it. He was like, I will tear you apart for a copywriter. I want one so bad, right? So, but it's Super Bowl weekend, so we got saved. But because Super Bowl is definitely priority over his business for sure. But when I did the copywriting workshop, I got a lot of calls from people saying, hey, so what's this you're doing? And so you guys are super in demand. VSLs, you're in demand. You really are. Webinars, you don't even exist. People aren't even looking for you because they've given up hope. There's no hope. Because I'll tell you about webinars, and we talk about webinars, there's a part of this is formulaic, right? There is a part of this that's formula, but there's a second part of it, which even I'm not figuring out how to teach. We're gonna figure it out together. And that's just understanding the flow of it. When I always say when someone comes to me with copy and they start to talk about their product, I have a Beautiful Mind moment. How many of you have seen the movie Beautiful Mind? Right? If you haven't, this guy he looks at puzzles and code, encrypted code on a wall, and the words start to move. And he starts to decode it because he's visually seeing it move. When I'm listening to a client, typically I'm pacing around the room. Okay, I'm in complete zone, I'm in focus, I'm listening to, and I'm asking them questions, I'm backfiring questions, quick, asking them stuff because something's coming to my mind. Analogies are coming to my mind, scenarios, whether it should be a 5-step system, a 7-step system, whether it has to have bonuses or not, what the price point should be, what angle to take, what stories to tell. That is all stuff that's coming to me, and out of that mosaic of thoughts comes a formula, comes a linear process. It's that process that you have to really master. And that really is understanding A, the salesmanship side, but B, really the consumer side, really being able to understand. I'll ask a lot of questions about their consumers. I'll give you a prime example of this. Yesterday night, late midnight or so, Dan's up in Australia, calls me with some data, very interesting data, and starts to say, hey, I think we can blow this up. I think we can do something really big with this because blah, 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 and he makes certain data. First thing I do is I say, okay, can you tell me what the ad was that got the click? And he's like, well, why? I said, that's the most important, right? Because we're gonna talk about interactive marketing. The ad is everything. He says, well, it was this. And I said, huh, okay, interesting. Well, okay, so tell me next. What did they go through? He talks to me about the process. I said, where did they end up? Okay, then they opted in. Okay, what did they do after? What did they see around the opt-in? He says, well, this, that. And eventually I get to the end of it and I said, well, dude, this would never work. Not the way it's currently processed. He's like, oh, I don't agree. You know, we've got conversions here. We've got this conversion. If you plug that into this math, I said, well, yeah, but we got two different kinds of people. You know, this person's coming in with a completely different mindset. This person's coming in with a completely different mindset. And it's just not going to cross over that easily, right? So that process of being able to take a step back and really just kind of get into the clouds and think about and look down upon the whole scenario, that's what I want you guys to master. The rest of it is formulaic. Once you get that part down, the rest of it is just plug and play through the system.